This is a Pod Dealers Network podcast.
It's been over a year. Still nothing. I'm hanging in there though. You know. Part of me says take the hint, give up. Part of me says anything worth having is worth working for. So I'm not giving up. I'm gonna be here. Whenever you're ready. I'm gonna be here. I'm just saying, you know. Just had a birthday pass. Christmas is coming. There's no time like the present. But no matter how long it takes, I'm gonna be here. Wait. Hi, Rhapsody.
What is TWS podcast, episode, whatever, who cares at this point?
Bar.
The rants of the vindicated.
It's my podcast and I do what I want to.
People, listen.
Word, is it still live?
It's not working for me, Rich. Alright, we gonna keep going.
I know I changed my voice at work.
Bars on the radio.
What is TWS podcast?
Ready. I feel like the Neanderthal. Staring at my watch and I'm feeling so new school. Suicide attempts, how many tries to take?
They ain't ready.
She just wanna stay at home and be my baby.
Yeah.
She don't wanna go nowhere, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm getting kinda hungry, baby, what you making? All my shorts and all my hoodies you be taking. Yeah. Let's go to your mama house, you know she baking.
What she cooking?
Extra butter in that bowl when she pound caking. Shout out to my background, that's Tamisha waiting.
Let's boot it.
And she go to work like she was a Jamaican.
Hey, what's up? I don't know. That was just the mood I was in. Welcome to another episode of the What is TWS podcast. As always, I'm your boy J. Flam, representing the White Pants Society. And I have to start off by thanking you, first and foremost, for taking whatever time it is you have out of your day to come chill with me, talk about nonsense, whatever it is we do here. I know you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I do greatly appreciate that. Man, been an interesting week. Sorry I'm late. I had extended daddy duties this week. Chef Elise.
Out of Pepe.
She's off for Christmas break, which is like 2 weeks. And, I guess a 6-year-old for 2 weeks seemed like quite the daunting task, for her mom, which, yeah, it is. So, we're trying to split up the time and, not have her take the full brunt of the load. So I'm trying to contribute. So I had extra days this weekend, and then I'm going to get her again for Christmas. But yeah, that basically put a pause on me getting work done this weekend in terms of, getting the show out. Matter of fact, my office / studio / daughter's bedroom is a mess right now. Hopefully that don't fuck with my whole thought process. Not that this show has ever been, organized or coherent in any kind of way. So it is what it is. I guess it's par for the course. So we'll start with the Chef Release update.
Out of Pepe.
We had a good weekend. I had a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So it was, a little bit longer than our usual visit. But we filled the time with dope things, man. Even before that, I started off in a good dad mode. You don't always get a lot of good dad moments, especially when you're like the part-time parent. But I had some good dad moments this week, or at least one in particular. I think I talked last week about doing this, the remote parenting via video calls. You're just a talking head on a screen somewhere. But we had another one of those moments where, her mom called me, or I think her mom initiated the call. Cause no, that's not what happened. I got a text saying that, Elise didn't want to take a shower. She didn't want to take a shower by herself. She's been doing this thing lately where she's afraid to do everything, or she says she doesn't want to do things because she's afraid. And she's a very smart girl, very intuitive. She picks up on things quickly. So I know her mom can't handle vomit. She just can't do it. she can't throw up and she can't be around people to throw up. Like she shuts down. And my daughter has picked up on that like years ago. So maybe like, 2 years ago when she was 4, she had figured out that if I really want to get out of something, I can freak mommy out by saying my stomach hurts. And then like everything shuts down. Like mom is going to do whatever it takes to deal with the stomach problem. Because she don't want no problems with my stomach. And at least picked up on that. And so she'll use that. And recently it seems like she's been trying to use this whole I'm scared thing to get out of things. Like she don't want to do something because she's scared. So she didn't want to take a shower for whatever reason that night because it was too dark in there and she was scared. And it's the same lighting. And I'm sure I've not been there. I don't know what the bathroom looks like, but I'm pretty certain that the lighting has not changed significantly in recently. But according to my daughter, too dark in there. She didn't want to take a shower. And so I get to text about that. And I'm texting. I'm trying to text back. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know, like, what advice I'm supposed to give. Because I don't have her that often. So I feel like you know her better than I do. But there's obviously a reason that you're texting me about this. So let me see what I can try to do. And I sent back, my thoughts on it. Like, well, she takes a shower over here and this is what I do, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know how it was going. So I think I called, I tried to video call Elise and she didn't pick up. Like she didn't answer. So I'm thinking maybe, she decided to take the shower or whatever. So now I get a return call and, her mom had to initiate the return call basically to tell me that Elise did not pick up the call because she was afraid she was in trouble. So she was already like, so dad's influence was already coming through the little echo show, whatever, regardless of whether I was seen or not. So I was already having like, that was good dad energy. And then I came through and we just talked. I started off with we just going to, kick like, how's your day? What's going on? How you feeling? Talk to me about what's going on, what's up. We're not really going to address the shower thing first. We're just going to try to calm the situation down, talk to dad. What's happening? What's good? And then, I don't know, by the end of it, I had convinced her, to be a brave big girl and go take the shower. I recommended what we do here because I shower with music. I have to have music. I don't have to. Like I often take showers without music. But in an ideal world, if I'm taking a shower, there's a soundtrack. And, and I end up taking long showers because I'll be in there just grooving for no reason. But whatever. And so when she's over here, do the same thing. I put on SpongeBob Greatest Hits. And she looks forward to it. She got a little like loofah that's the shape of an ice cream cone, and I got like watermelon scented kids soap. And so like her shower time is like a fun time. She get to use her ice cream cone thing. She get to listen to SpongeBob, and dad gets to, sit down for 5 minutes before she's tracking water all across my apartment because she's ready to get out. But anyway. Yeah, I sent mom the SpongeBob playlist, had to talk with, Chef Elise.
Out of Pepe.
Convinced her to be brave. We did a pinky swear through the video call. Don't ask me how, but we did. And I guess, she got back on pace. She took a shower. She was a brave little girl. I was proud of her. And I was proud of myself. Felt good. Good dad moment. So that was the beginning. But yeah, our visit here this weekend was pretty dope. I'm trying to do this like, shake the fear of trying new things and then also just make everything seem more, I don't know, normal. I think growing up for me as a kid, there was so much, because, you when you're black, you already know, like, don't ask for shit. Like, mom ain't got no money, you're not getting it. So it was always stuff that I saw that I wanted, that, I just wanted to try, and it just, it felt out of reach. And then it just became a thing where I just would look at stuff, and if I hadn't seen somebody with it, or it seemed like it was I don't know, things felt impossible to me for no reason. And I don't want that to happen to, elite. So I'm just trying to like, just with little stuff, just with the foods and everything. So we doing like exotic fruits right now, because to me, like growing up, like a dragon fruit or whatever, it just seemed like something I was never gonna have. Like, where do you even get one from? Whatever, blah blah blah. And I don't want that for her, and I want her to not be afraid to try new things. So yeah, I get my groceries delivered, and I be on the app. I be on the app like trying to call a bluff. Like, I'm on the app. HEB says they have dragon fruit. I'm like, that motherfuckers don't got no dragon. Ain't no dragon fruit. HEB. Y'all not going to deliver a dragon fruit. Lo and behold, they delivered the dragon fruit. So I got a dragon fruit, guava, and a pomegranate, and we did that, which was pretty dope. She enjoyed everything. She made a fruit salad out of the dragon fruit, guava, and pomegranate. I don't think it was a very good fruit salad. She was very proud of it, but she didn't eat very much of it. And she did all of the chopping and stuff. And it seemed kind of gross. I ain't eat much of it either. But we made it. And so now she feels like she likes guava. She knows what the dragon fruit looks like. She knows what it tastes like, And then maybe these things just don't feel so out of reach. I don't know. I'm just, trying to fix things, or trying to not make the mistakes. Not mistakes. I just want her, you want your kids to have more than you had. You want them to be a better version of you. So that's what I'm trying to do. And that went off pretty well. I was pretty happy about that. She's been getting into video games. I got the Nintendo Switch in here, and we'll play Mario Kart, and she's been playing Mario Odyssey, which is all the stuff is super dope for me. Just like watching her experience something for the first time and like get into it and be having fun. Like, it's all dope experiences to me. We started playing this game this weekend, and I downloaded like a month or two ago because it was free, and I was trying to find games that my daughter could play. And I don't know the name of the game. I'm gonna call it Trash Island, because that's like the that's the main focus, is cleaning the trash up off this island. But it got real weird, like real fast. And I think it got weird in a dope way. Like, I see what they're trying to do. It started to go to levels I wasn't ready for. So it's like the first thing you got to do is they give you this little gun that it's like a vacuum. It sucks things up, and you got to go walk around and like suck up all the plastic bottles that are on the beach. And then you like suck up water, and you use that to spray down the trees to get the dirt or whatever off the trees. Then you turning in the plastic bottles at a little recycling thing they got on the beach, and that gives you money. I was like, okay, I see how this is getting kids into recycling and cleaning the environment and stuff like that. Very dope. Then as you go further, you reach a point where they want you to put the money in a bank. Like, all right, you get to save the coins that you get from recycling plastic, and then you put those coins in a bank so that you can buy things. Then it started asking you to set up a PIN number and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, all right, I see. This is all good, useful stuff for her at some point. She's only 6, but I got, okay, let's get her used to it now. Put money in the bank, had the PIN number. Then they start talking about interest. I'm like, this is okay, all right. She needs to understand that you put the money in the bank, and I don't know. I'm trying to get out of that right now as an adult. Like, I like having a certain balance in my bank account, but now, understanding that your money isn't doing much in the bank. I would rather have the money other places where it's doing more for me than in the bank. But then when I look at my bank account and that balance isn't what I want it to be, I feel a certain kind of way. So I want to keep a certain amount of money in the bank, but it don't need to be this. Now I need enough in the bank to handle, immediate needs. If I need quick cash or I need to pay bills or whatever, that's what needs to be in the bank. Everything else should be someplace doing something for me. But it's neither here nor there. Went on a tangent. But yeah, this game starts talking about interest. Then it starts talking about taxes. At some point, like for every 10 coins you earned, a little tax man would fly down from the sky and like take a coin. So you had to pay taxes. And then when you paid taxes, like, this is how deep the game was getting. And I don't think she was getting any of this, but I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I see what they're doing, but this is still a little weird for a kids game. At some point, as you pay your taxes, it was earning you like I don't know, like community service tokens or like tax tokens, I think they called them. So it was teaching you that your taxes go toward like services for the community. So the thing that you would turn in the plastic bottles to would fill up, and in order to get it empty so you could put more plastic bottles into it to get more coins, you would have to go get a tax token that you get from earning coins and paying taxes, give that to the little recycling thing, and then it would empty so that you could put more shit in it. And it was just all these systems going on at once. You got to earn money. You got to deposit the money, earn interest, pay taxes, use the taxes to get services. I was like, what is this? And she was having a ball playing it, but I was just like, I don't know. This is a lot of subliminal. Like, I want her to be a good citizen, but I don't know if this is the way I wanted it to happen. Like, this is mad weird for me. But yeah, but she was having fun, so I was having fun, and that's the end of that story. The other thing that happened while Chef Elise was here was we took a trip. We took a trip to Target. She didn't have a coat. Like, Texas weather is just fucking crazy. She has a coat, but she wasn't wearing a coat on Friday. Because on Friday, it was like, the high was like 80 degrees. They had a picnic party. They had a pajama picnic party at her school. So she went to school in PJs. And that's what she had on when I picked her up. And so, her mom's like, hey, I see that the weather's going to change over the weekend. I think she was, offering to bring a coat, but Black Dad Pride and, shit like that. Like, nah, don't even. I'll get her a coat, so she'll have a coat over here. I'm figuring all that shit out. I'm figuring out this whole part-time dad thing. So we made the trip to Target. And don't judge me. I buy a lot of my coats from Target. So yes, I bought my daughter's coat from Target. But we made this trip to Target. And I don't know, I'm going to tell a story about the trip, which will be a part of a new segment I'm doing. Enjoy.
When being cheap goes wrong.
So this happened to me twice over this past week. Trying to save money, and it's just like backfiring for me. And in the same regard, I think the first time was I was trying to save money on one of the Christmas gifts I wanted to buy for Elise. I wanted to get this camera because she all she does is like emulate these YouTube videos and stuff that she watches. I guess she wants to be a creator like Dad. She's a step ahead of Dad because she's already trying to do video. I just bought a camera and stuff. I'm trying to next year. It's gonna happen next year. We doing it. But I wanted to get her all set up, and so wanted to buy this camera. And I, like everybody else, do the majority of my shopping on Amazon. But I happened to notice that the thing was like, I don't know, almost $20 cheaper at Walmart. So I see it at Walmart in their little app for whatever price. So I gotta go. For some reason, if you tried to order it online and have it shipped to you, there was a chance it wasn't gonna make it by Christmas. So I'm like, I'll just go to the store and get it. So I take a trip out to the store. I Uber out to the store. That's money. But the Uber to the store, I was still gonna come out ahead, and I was gonna get some other shit while I was at Walmart. This is where I got the Pop-Tarts and the butter. If Tamara Dawn was wondering, but Tamara, I'm gonna fuck it up. Anyway, made the trip out to Walmart, and I get there, and it's like $20. It's the same price it was on Amazon in the store. So I'm like, how is it that I could sit at home, order it, have it shipped to me, and still come out ahead? And if I go physically to the store to buy it, it's $20 more expensive. And I would have haggled and done the whole y'all need to price match or honor the price that's online. But that requires me talking to people and being social and interacting, and I don't really do that. So I took the L and paid the extra money. So I had a chip on my shoulder about that whole system. So fast forward to this weekend, Chef Elise and I going to Walmart, or not Walmart, going to Target this time, because Walmart's trash. Target is a little It's more bougie. It's for bougie people like me. Target. But we go to Target to get a coat. And it was something there that I saw on the website for a certain price. I'm like, while I'm there, I would have had everything delivered, but you can't get like children's clothes delivered or whatever. It's a hassle. So we go there to get it. So while I'm there, I'm gonna pick up the thing that I see online, for a good price. But same situation, we get there and the thing is like $10, $15 more in the store than it is on the app. And then I'll give, in Target's defense, in the app, it says like online only. So they warn me that this price is online only. I don't understand why it'd be more expensive in the store than it is online, but at least they was upfront about that whole situation. They was very upfront about it. So here's where being cheap goes wrong.
When being cheap goes wrong.
So I decide, all right, we're gonna game the system. I'm here, and it's $10 cheaper online than it is in the store. I'm gonna order it online and set it for pick up at the store. So that's what I do. Now I'm not paying attention, and I don't realize that the time to process an order online for pickup at the store is 2 hours. So I don't realize that till after I order it. So I order it. So now I gotta, pass 2 hours worth of time in Target, which is not a big deal, but I got a 6-year-old with me. And so we just making trips around the store, just looking at everything. And it's costing me money because the longer we're there, the more stuff she sees. I gotta make decisions about, whether we're going to get this or whether we not going to get this. I start thinking of stuff, that I could use, start passing stuff. That's what always happens to me in Target. You just walk by something that you ain't even coming there for, and you really may or may not need, but because you see it and it's right there and you could take it home today, like, it's like, oh shit, I bought a robe. I don't know why I bought a robe. I'm gonna use it for the when I do this whole video thing. I'm gonna do like an evening with Flan. I wanted a smoking jacket, but them shits is way too expensive, and I don't smoke, so I'm gonna do a robe. I'm gonna have a shit underneath. It's not that kind of show. It's not an OnlyFans. It's a regular type thing. But yeah, I ended up buying a robe. All stuff that was not in the budget for this trip. We rode by like popcorn. She's like, oh, we should have a movie night. I can't say no to that. So we did, I got popcorn for the movie night. It just got out of hand. We got the coat, and then she wanted a hat and gloves. Can't say no to that. So, even though I don't know, it's just this fucking Texas weather, like she may never wear that hat and gloves, but she needs it. And that's why we bought it. And we got that. And, she saw some toys or whatever. We went past the toy section. I'm trying to keep her from, losing her mind because we just wandering around a store for 2 hours. So I had to entertain her by letting her look at stuff she wanted to look at. But she sees the toys. I end up, buying that. And we really stopped at the books and read books. Like we did a whole lot, and only an hour had passed. So I eventually just like, man, I can't. This is Texas, and I am black, and I've been moving around this store for 2 hours, like, for an hour. At this point, that's a little suspicious. Let me go ahead and pay for this stuff. So I go, I check out, I pay. Now we in the front of Target, and Dad, I'm hungry, and there's the little like Starbucks. All they had in there was Starbucks, not the regular like Target. I don't know, cheap shit. Fucking Starbucks. So I end up spending like $15 on a muffin and some organic apple juice. I got a croissant. It was a good croissant. But I wasn't in the budget. It wasn't in the plan for this quick trip to Target to get a coat. It's now turned into a 2-hour trip to Target because I tried to save $10 and I probably spent an additional $50 to $60 trying to save this fucking $10. So we end up sitting in there eating Starbucks, whatever, waiting for this thing to be ready. I don't know why it takes 2 hours to hand me something that you could have handed me in 5 minutes if I just hadn't ordered it online. But what the fuck, whatever. So I got it for the $10 cheaper, but it cost me probably, I don't know, way more money than I wanted to spend at Target. So it all went wrong on me. If I had just not been cheap, we could have been in and out, back home, no Starbucks. I already had popcorn in the house. Shit went left for $10. Or whatever. Being cheap almost cost me my life this weekend. I decided to get my hair cut on Thursday. And my barbershop is it's not far from where I live. It is walking distance, but it's a hike. It's like more walking than you want to do. So in the past, I've been scooting over there. I get on my scooter. And let me clarify this, because I think sometimes when I say scooter, people thinking like Vespa or a moped or something like that. Now I'm talking about like a Lime or a Bird, like that type scooter, but it's mine. And this is how I broke my wrist like 2 or 3 months ago on that scooter. So this is the first time. So I haven't rode the scooter since then. What I've been doing to get, on them short trips like that I don't feel like walking is I Uber. And the Uber to the barbershop is usually like $6. I would rather not spend the $6 or $12, round trip. But, it is what it is. But for whatever reason, on this particular day, I don't know, shit was busy or whatever, they wanted to charge me $17 just to make this $6 trip. And for whatever reason, because it was busy, I was going to pay $17 and be late. And I don't like to be late for haircuts. I gotta keep your barber happy. Keep your barber happy. Because they can fuck your life up. They don't need to be stressed, in a rush, anything like that when you're sitting in that chair. So I like to be early. I tip. We have whatever conversation he wants to have. I agree with every fucking thing he has to say. Whether I believe in it or not, fuck that. We need to make this a very calm, peaceful, relaxing experience for both of us, so I can leave here and have a good week and not be looking at myself in the mirror and hating you, until I can get back for you to fix it. But whatever. So I ain't want to be late. I ain't want to pay $17. So it's like, man, what I'm going to do? I think the wrist is healed up enough that I can get back on the scooter. Let's give it a shot. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. But that was the most nerve-wracking experience I've had in a long, long time. I have not been on that thing in months. And 18 miles an hour don't sound fast until you've fallen off at 18 miles an hour. And now you know what an impact like that would feel like. Like that you could break shit. And it's just like every bump in the road, everything. And I ain't go to get my haircut till like 5 in the afternoon. So it's starting to get dark. And, I'm trying to make sure I see everything in the road. And I just don't want to fall. It was, my heart couldn't take it. Like my bones and stuff was fine, but my cardiovascular system was going through some things. I get there, everybody's in good spirits. We got our hair cut. I don't know, it could have be a possible podcast topic. We had a discussion. And again, like I said, I agree with everything while I'm there because I'm not trying to, we don't need to be having a debate. I don't need your blood pressure rising, none of that shit while you cut my hair. But we were having a conversation about, I don't want to say he has a preference. I think his family would prefer for him to have a preference for black women. And I think he does not have a preference. And he does not have a preference for reasons. I won't go into what those reasons are. It's a whole nother show. But he don't have a preference for reasons. And so we had that conversation and everything was cool. And then I left. And by the time I left, this is what really made it scary, is that it started raining. And it just started raining as I was leaving the barbershop. I mean, as a person who's battled the whole trying to get a driver's license thing for a long time, driving is a thing for me. I can do it. I'm capable of it. I have done it. I have a DUI. I am a driver. For whatever reason, it didn't happen at the natural time in life it was supposed to happen, and I don't know. It's a hurdle for me to get over. But I've done the provisional license or whatever they call it, the learner's permit, so many times that I vividly remember them telling you that the time that the road is slickest is when it just starts to rain. Like not after it's rained for a while or in a downpour, but when it's drizzling and it just starts to drizzle, that is the time that the road is slickest. And that's all that was on my mind on this entire ride back to my apartment on this scooter in the dark. Scary shit. Like, could have been my funeral, man. Could have been my funeral. Segway game on 1,000. The last thing I'm going to talk about here is, speaking of funerals, Drea's point of view to the podcast last week on mock funerals. And when I saw, like, that was the topic, mock funerals, heart dropped immediately. I think she's done a show in the past about, like, people marrying themselves. And so I'm like, man, this could very well be the next thing. Like, we doing mock funerals like now. Like, you invite people to, like, a funeral before you feel like, you alive, but you want to have a ceremony like you did, and you can be in the other room listening to people, whatever. I was very worried about this. I'm glad to hear, very relieved that it's not a real thing. This was from a show. This was from, I think, Curb Your Enthusiasm or something like that. But she was just talking about the idea, like, would you go to a mock funeral? Would you have a mock funeral? How would you feel about getting an invitation to a mock funeral? It's a weird thing. I think the one thing I took from it was there was a quote at the end about, I don't know what this is how my brain works. Like, I ain't hear the whole quote. I heard something about thinking about the music that they would play, and then all of a sudden that was like the focus in my mind. Like, damn, what music would they play at my funeral? Do I need to make a playlist? Like, I need to put that in my will. Like, I want these particular songs played at my funeral, or these particular artists, or don't play no fucking Kanye at my funeral. I come out the casket. Like, I don't, do I need to do that kind of stuff? Is that a do not resuscitate order from Kanye's career or something? Like, I think I need to be very specific. I had these thoughts. I used to have not to go back to when I was in my suicidal phase, that was part of it. That part of it was like the funeral. What was the funeral going to be like? And I don't know. I wanted to be a ghost at my own funeral. I think everybody wants to be celebrated. And there's a part of you that feels like, your funeral will be that time. It don't happen a lot while you're alive for whatever reason. We got to start giving people their roses. I think that was another part of her show was, giving people their roses while they could smell them. And everybody wants to be celebrated. I don't trust the celebration that will happen at a funeral or mock funeral. I mean, even people that hate you gonna come to your funeral ain't gonna come to your funeral and act the ass or say how they really feel. Ain't nobody gonna say how they really feel at the funeral. You dead, no disrespect to the dead. Like, that's the thing, especially with black people. You can't say fucked up shit about dead people. It's a problem. So how would you get honest opinion? And I think the moral of the story is stop giving a fuck about what people think about you or people's true feelings about you. Because to go to the lengths of a mock funeral and still not be able to trust what you hear, that's just the world as it is. Like, so I gotta care way more about my character than I do about my reputation. I gotta make sure I am the person that I want to be, whether or not you recognize that or not, whether or not you appreciate it, celebrate it, whatever. Mos Def got the line, I give a damn if any fam recall my legacy. I'm trying to live life in the sight of God's memory. Like that has to be the focus. You replace the God word with whatever makes you comfortable. But yeah, I'm just trying to be happy with who I am. And I know that there are people out there that appreciate me for that, whether I hear it from them or not. But then I also need to start giving people their roles. I hope my homies realize, how much I love them. And homies is a gender neutral term. So that goes for, male and female friends. But yeah, I love all my people, all my homies. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the 2 or 3 of y'all that have made it to this 35-minute mark. Got to see how I'm going to get this all exported because I have watched the program stop recording halfway through, but I always double record, so I got to back up to see if it works. But yeah, I'm rambling now. So we up out of here. That's the end of. That's gonna be the end of this one. I don't know what the fuck the topic was. Just I don't know. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face trying to be cheap. Be better than me. But with that said, don't be cheap. Hit up my man Zaya Fitness, livealphafitness.com. livealphafitness.com. He can get you right on your fitness and nutrition goals. So get with him, get right. It's the New Year's coming. If that needs to be the catalyst to push you in that direction, he could be your coach. Holla at your boy. If you're looking for ways to be impactful in your community, if you're looking for ways to get fit as a group, as a culture, I don't know. I'm trying something. ttcharities.org. Hit up ttcharities.org. They always got something going, trying to be, your brother's keeper. So donate what you can, time, money, books, clothes, a like, a retweet, a repost. It all goes a long way. Please check out ttcharities.org if you're looking for ways to be impactful in your community these days. And last but not least, I got the merch. Shout out to my homie Kay. He gave me a t-shirt idea. And so I spent the week, getting those designs all worked out, and I'll be dropping that real soon. I appreciate the assist on that. But you can find all of that at whatistws.com/store. Coupon code hoodie season, HOODIESZN. Will get you 20% off all hoodies and sweaters and long sleeve shirts and mugs and area rugs. And I don't have area rugs. What the fuck is it called? I don't know. It's a blanket. Throw blanket, whatever. Put it on your couch. Netflix and chill, cuddle, whatever it is you do. You can do it under What Is TWS. Sounds gross, but it is. Get 20% off. Hoodie season. Help me send Sheffield East to Disney World. But with that being said, I appreciate your time. I'm not going to hold you. Until we speak again, be safe, be the light, and be easy. And know this, if you know nothing else, I love you. Holla.
Last call for alcohol. Yeah. If this is it, like if this is the last joint, if this is the last hurrah, it's the last call for alcohol, baby. I gotta say, whether you knew it or not, it's pretty much at the finest bar establishment, the finest spirits and libations y'all could have had, baby. You might realize it now, you might have realized it back then. You might realize it later.
Love.